Welcome to the September 2011 edition of Kula Yoga Shala's online teacher feature. This month we're sitting down with Kata Szabadi, who is our resident Hungarian yoga teacher and a dear friend, and I'm so happy that you're here and willing to sit down and do this interview so everybody can get to know you a little bit better and learn more about you and your path into yoga and teaching yoga. Kata teaches Wednesday at 3 p.m. Insight Yoga and Mondays at 9 a.m. Yin Yoga, and is an assistant teacher in our teacher training program. So thank you so much, Kata, and maybe you could start just by giving everybody a little bit of an idea of your background in terms of your spiritual practice and how that led to yoga and eventually teaching yoga.
Okay, so as you said, I'm from Hungary, and back in Hungary I was looking for a yoga class, and it just came to my mind to do yoga from out of nowhere. And the city I used to live, they did not have any kind of opportunity to do yoga, so I really gave up that dream to do yoga, and I came to this country, and then I was involved with other things, so I totally forgot about yoga. And then I had a car accident a few years ago, and it really stopped me, and for 7 months I was kind of like, I got an opportunity to rest and think, and after 7 months of therapy the doctors told me that I cannot be better. I had a disc injury, and so the journey just led me to an acupuncturist who taught me how to breathe, and that was my first yoga class, I believe, because he told me, okay, deep breaths, and I was breathing, and he was like, this is not the way you do deep breaths. So he said, I leave you for 10 minutes and just practice. So that was my first yoga class, and then he told me, you have to do yoga. So he said, this is the studio you're going, and I made an appointment for you. So I decided to do everything to get better. And so I went to my first yoga class, and I really enjoyed it. And then I just wanted to explore, so I wanted to see different style of yoga, and I met many teachers, and I learned a lot. And also that time I met a teacher who is from England, and he is not teaching the physical aspect of yoga, but the spiritual part. So I got involved with his teachings and started to grow in every level. And then I felt that I need to move forward with the physical part as well, because I was practicing yoga without knowing the principles, the alignment. So I just set intentions to meet someone who can teach me that, and then Scott Feinberg came to my life, and after the first class with him I knew that I found a teacher that I want to be with and study with. So that is my background. And now I'm here with him.
So, well, thank you first, and you know, you're a great teacher for me as well, and so thank you. And can you tell us then how you took the step into ultimately teaching?
Yes, when I started the teacher training program, it was really an idea to deepen my own practice, but had nothing to do with teaching. And as the time passed by, Scott asked me to teach, and I had like a strong no to that. Like, I could not believe to teach, and the mind was strongly kept telling me that there is no way you can teach, like not even in the next lifetime, it's not for you. And so little me could not even imagine in the wildest dream to teach. And thanks for Scott, he kept pushing me and calling me and asking, okay, did you think about the schedule when you want to come? And I was like, no way, no, not yet. And he kept inspiring me, and when he asked me to be a part of the next teacher training as an assistant teacher, I was like, okay, there is something he can really see me. He's not just inviting me because we are friends. and then I decided to say yes to it, and the mind was like screaming and saying no, 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 and I just decided to jump into it. And also I learned from other teachers that the best way to deal with a fear is to just face with it. So to me, the first step is facing the fear, and still was not ready to teach. But after my first class, something just happened. I think it just was a huge breakthrough, and I just fell in love with teaching, and I felt that finally I have passion for something, first time in my life. And since that, I'm just so grateful to be a teacher.
And we're so grateful to have you at Kula. And can you tell people about your classes there?
Yes, the one on Wednesdays I teach, it's meditation and insight yoga. So it's different every week, because the way I teach is like really setting intention before class and just being a channel, and whatever comes through me, I teach that. So sometimes people say, can we do that next week? And I was like, Steve, I don't know. And it's about self-inquiry and working with the mind, understanding how the mind works, and finding patterns in our lives that we want to undo. And doing insight yoga, which means to me it's like teaching yoga how to move with grace. And the Monday Yin yoga class is about slowing down, and Yin class is an invitation for stillness, and it's an opposite of Yang, so it's kind of like a passive posture, and you really take time to work with yourself. So the two classes are very connected to each other.
Great. And anything that you want to share with people that, you know, just maybe moving deeper into their yoga practice? And you know, one of the things why I love having you teach at the studio is you're so sincere and genuine in your just in your presence and your approach to the practice, and it really isn't just about, you know, how many thousand chaturangas you could do, but really about how you go about doing what you do, and the mindfulness you bring. And I think that's an inspiration to people that are really wanting to find more fulfillment, not just in what they're doing, but how they're doing it. And so anything that you want to share that's supported you as, you know, insight along your way, or inspiration along your way, that you may want to pay forward to people as they start diving deeper into their practice?
Well, I would say that just really give yourself permission to be in the present moment. I think it's the most important, because oftentimes we come to a class and we have a to-do list in our mind, and making plans for the afternoon or next day or next month. So really take the time to just slow down for that 1.5 hours and just be there fully. And then when you leave, just take everything you want to take from that practice, and don't leave it in the room, you know, just take it with you and live it. So that's my advice.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Namaste.
Namaste.